Good afternoon. My name is Ashley Mole. I am the CEO and Public Hearing Officer today for the City of Albany Industrial Development Agency, hereinafter later referred to as the agency, in connection with the project, which is the subject of this public hearing. Today, we are holding this public hearing to allow citizens to make a statement for the record relating to the involvement of the agency with a project, later referred as the proposed project, for the benefit of Center Square LLC, a Delaware limited liability corporation authorized to conduct business in New York State. The project involves the acquisition of two currently tax-exempt land parcels at 1233 and 1235 Broadway, and the construction of 12 market-rate residential units. The newly constructed building will total approximately 10,200 square feet. The current request at hand and the subject of this public hearing is the request for financial assistance for certain exemptions from taxation with respect to the project, including sales and use taxes, mortgage recording taxes, and real property taxes. Copies of the notice of this public hearing are available on our website at www.albanyida.com and available upon request. Now, unless there's any objection, I'm going to suggest waiving the full reading of the notice of the public hearing and instead request that the full text of the notice be inserted into the record. I will also note that general information on the agency's general authority and public purpose are contained in a separate statement, and that will be entered into the record as well. Before we start the public hearing, I would first like to introduce the project applicant and ask them to make a brief presentation with respect to the proposed project. Rich?
Hello, everyone. I'm Rich Guido. I'm here today presenting the project. That was already kind of overviewed a little bit, but I'll get into it a little bit more. It's a proposed three-story structure at 1233 Broadway. It's two tax parcels that are currently owned by the Albany County Land Bank. So I have an option to purchase them, and I'm working through kind of the approvals and pilot process right now. It'll be 6 one-bedroom units and 6 two-bedroom units, spread over the 3 floors with a partial basement to provide things to tenants such as tenant storage and bike parking. The units will be market rate as mentioned, and that's the broad overview.
Thank you. At this time, I will now open the public hearing. The time is now 12:05 p.m. I will note for the record that there were 0 written comments received prior to the meeting today. Per the notice of this public hearing, the public was encouraged to submit written comments prior to today's hearing. A record of this public hearing will be prepared and reviewed by the members of the agency in connection with consideration of the proposed project. A copy of the record of this public hearing will be presented to the mayor of the city of Albany and members of the agency as well. Again, the purpose of the public hearing is not to field questions, but to solicit public comment. We ask that all speakers observe proper decorum today, and individuals who conduct themselves in an inappropriate manner while addressing the board will be removed and forfeit their opportunity to address the board today. At this time, I would like to ask if there is anyone here who wishes to speak on the proposed project to comment on either the nature and location of the project facility or the proposed financial assistance being contemplated. Seeing none, we will pause the transcription of this public hearing until approximately 15 minutes have passed from the time the hearing was opened. And we are back with our public hearing. And we have ascertained that there's no one present who wishes to comment, and at least 15 minutes have passed after the scheduled time for the hearing. So if there are no further comments, I will now close this public hearing